Guys, deluded Guna. Reading through a couple of comments by Arsene Wenger. Don't know when they were made. Some were actually made in his press conference the other day, I believe. But yeah, they let's just get into it, man. They're quite annoying. Firstly, he spoke about Champions League, the fact that Chelsea have won the league, but next year it'll be a different story because they're playing in the Champions League, and the last two Premier League sides at the time haven't been in Champions League. While that's true, why are you giving advice on the Champions League? Just like to a degree with Jose complaining, you know the Premier League's competitive. You know you have to more or less be at your maximum every game. So you should get quality in depth. Don't complain about stuff where you know it's going to happen. Especially you, you've been in the Premier League the longest. You don't want to adapt, so you pay the price. It's that simple. Next, even in going on with Chelsea, he mentioned that their negative football to a degree is, I don't know how he put it, but he mentioned that it's bad for the Premier League. Even if that is true, who honestly cares? They were ninth last year. They've gone to first. All they wanted to do is return to the top. They found a way to make themselves unbeatable, the same way Leicester did with a counter-attacking football. You're just angry you can't do it playing pretty football. It doesn't matter. It doesn't mean anything. That Chelsea reaped what they sowed. They deserved it. They deserve it. Stop mentioning them. No one cares about good football, Arsene Wenger. Of course, we like good football, but if it's not accompanied with trophies, it means jack shit. It means nothing. Sure, you'll get a mention. Yeah, that Arsenal side played well in the, but it doesn't mean anything. If you want to play that nice, pretty football, get the quality players in, get better players in, be switched on defensively, make it hard for us to concede goals. Concede goals from set pieces and crosses, and you might have a claim. Don't complain about other stuff. Don't complain and focus on other teams. It is annoying. Even in regards to other teams, the guy mentioned Bayern Munich and Madrid, how they don't have to be at their maximum for their games in their leagues. While that is true, who cares? If you want to complain about that stuff, go over to Spain. You know you're in the Premier League. You know what you faced. Stop complaining. Like, I've heard this complaining too long. You're tired. Silly excuses. In regards to silly excuses, yeah, he said, oh, we can end up with 75 points, 4 points better than last year. Do you guys see why I hate stats, especially stats in regards to Arsenal? What kind of nonsense is that? Wenger, surely you don't believe yourself with that comment. What kind of bullshit is that? I mean, come on now. Come on, you're an intelligent man. You know that is nonsense. Even in regards to the stadium, a question was asked about the stadium, how it's always empty, and he replied it's always sold out. We know Arsenal like to spin this whole 60,000 crap where they hand out tickets to their elitist friends, get their prawn cocktail sandwiches out and their Prosecco and things like that. We know, and that's what frustrates me as well. Like I said, no one cares about good football. And finally, guys, these players, Wenger's talking about how they remained solid together and they didn't divide and fall when they could have, and they faced this tough period. You did, because now our future in regards to how we finish the season is out of our hands. It's no surprise you guys are back playing to decent football. Where was this collective heart, passion, and staying together when you had two games in a week against City and Everton where you had to win? Oh, you was having Christmas parties and being silly on Snapchat and stuff like that. It's just silly. The players are not honest with themselves. I keep hearing Bellerin and these sort of players say, "Oh, perhaps we weren't at our best. We maybe didn't show this. We maybe didn't show that. We've got character, but maybe it didn't come out." Be honest with yourselves. You didn't show it. You did not show the required passion. You didn't show it collectively. Just what I can't take is the lack of accountability. Just say you played crap. It is ridiculous. And now we're in a position where we now have to make sure everybody is gets home in time to watch the 4 o'clock kickoffs or whatever. If you're going over to Azerbaijan or wherever we're going to be playing next year, it's ridiculous. Just stop mentioning nonsense, Wenger. Just own your own. You're talking about 4 points better, but we've conceded the most goals out of all the top sides, around 43 at the time of making this. It is ridiculous. And then finally, he mentioned West Ham, how they rolled over and things like that. Firstly, they're low on confidence, just like us to a degree. Their campaign hasn't been going as well. Their managers facing critics. We're a big club. We should not be relying on other clubs. We should be in a place where it doesn't matter if Liverpool lost or won yesterday. So stop blaming West Ham and blame yourselves. You lot are to blame. Guys, Deluded Gooner, I'm signing out, man. Please subscribe. Please comment.